Today officially marks 1 week since we saw very strong severe storms rip through our region, leaving a very wide damage path, and that is now being categorized as a derecho. So let's take a deep dive into that severe weather event, starting off with the basics of what is a derecho. It is a widespread, long-lived windstorm, and it must have wind gusts of over 58 miles per hour for most of its duration, and also must leave a damage path of at least 250 miles. So that's a general derecho for us, but there are actually different types of derechos, two of those being progressive and serial. Now, the main two differences between those two is what weather mechanism causes them and also how wide their path is from north to south. So starting off with progressive, those are usually caused by strong frontal boundaries, and their path width is usually less than 250 miles, which is relatively short compared to serial derechos. Those are usually caused by very strong low pressure systems and usually have paths over 300 miles long, again measuring from north to south. Now, if you remember, in August of 2020, we saw a derecho move just to our south through central Iowa, through Cedar Rapids, saw a lot of damage there. That was categorized as a progressive derecho. Notice at its widest point, not very wide, about 250 miles. Now compare that with the derecho that we saw last Wednesday, December 15th. Notice its path not quite as long, but it was very wide, stretching all the way down into northern Oklahoma. That was over 430 miles, measuring from north to south, so that was a serial derecho. Now let's take a closer look at the numbers here, really across the nation. This was the first ever December derecho ever recorded. In the Midwest, there was 189 warnings issued with that system, 71 of them being tornado warnings. In Minnesota, this was the first ever time that we had seen tornadoes in the month of December, and locally in southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa, this is the largest tornado outbreak that we have ever seen on record. Now a closer look at how those outbreaks stand in Minnesota and in Iowa. Currently, with the current tornado numbers in Minnesota, 16 tornadoes, making it the 6th largest outbreak the state has ever seen. In Iowa, 42 tornadoes, making it the largest tornado outbreak that Iowa has ever seen. Now, an event just like this has never occurred before in the month of December, but derechos might actually be more common than you might think. Southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa usually sees a derecho once every 2 years.